Alpha X, what a performance so far with the draft, by the way.
Yeah, and it turns out we had a slight phone issue, so we're gonna have a remake to make sure that things are nice and fair for both teams. But Alpha X, again, looking very dominant with their early game aggression.
Blue team's turn to bat.
I just heard some noise. I think they're just picking at the moment right now, just making sure they pick the same draft. So the drafts are not going to change. They're just going to remake the whole game yet again. But things might be a little bit different here right now. Maybe Monster Shield has learned a thing or two, and maybe just try to like do the exact thing that they should do, because you did mention they should be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, and I think with Pyrrha on their side and everyone having their phones working, of course, Pyrrha, it makes a lot of sense when it comes to that engage where she has the healing light, which provides a lot of sustain for the Kriknak, and also the 2 lane. So you want to basically push the mid lane, farm up, get level 2 as 2 lane, and then rotate with your enemy team on the side that you're invading, and then get ahead. And hopefully we might see that with the 2 lane draft that they picked there, because normally when a top tier team picks a 2 lane, that's exactly what they want to do.
Exactly. And you were mentioning about how strong Pyrrha is in the early game. Why is that?
Yeah, she's range. She has range as a support. She provides healing light, so when you're invading as a 4 or 5 man, she can heal all 4 people, all 5 people together, and that's what makes her super strong. So when you're invading, no one can contest a Pyrrha invade, basically. You have to back off and just trade. And I feel like Monster Shield probably wants to do that with the Pyrrha pick for the most part. And if you look at also Arjun actually is pretty good in the early game because his Rend he can use it twice, right? You hit with the Rend, you do damage, and you have another knock-up. So early game, they have a stronger draft into a Violet, Irie, that's a lot weaker in the early game.
I think the nerves are actually hitting onto Monster Shield maybe. They might feel a little bit nervous because, I mean, like we mentioned earlier, that Alpha X has been undefeated throughout the whole phase of the tournament. Only lost 1 game to Maxbox Gaming. And, you know, a lot of people are watching it. And also, the weirdest thing is, I spoke to Dota 2, AOV caster before this. They said that Alpha X were kind of scared of Monster X. Monster Shield.
Yeah, that's the team they were, you know, most nervous about facing because, you know, Chinese Taipei has a reputation for being always performing at every international competition. Chinese Taipei teams have always made it to top 3. You know, they won the AIC in 2017 back in November, right? SMG won that, and in the World Cup, you know, the team still placed, you know, at the top 3, and the other international events that we see, you know, Chinese Taipei always performs very well. So that's why, you know, it's natural for a team to really fear any team that comes out of that region.
And so far, the performance coming up from Alpha X, this must give them a really huge ego boost because they were definitely ahead in that game earlier, but now this is a different thing. Now it's a remake.
Yeah,
so they have to repeat the same thing over, you know, hopefully maybe get the same amount of objectives early, just like how they did earlier on. Yeah,
definitely. And we saw, you know, the rotation there from Alpha X. They're just playing so well together with those 3 to 4 man rotations, ganking the top lane, and also securing a lot of jungle. They stole a lot of jungle away from Monster Shield in that matchup. So it's a chance for a refresh for both sides, but it's going to definitely be more one for Monster Shield.
All right, refresh, reset. This is a remake. Monster Shield versus Alpha X, the most anticipated match that we have currently thus far throughout the whole tournament. Who will be the victor?
Yeah, and they're not going to invade here. There's going to be another pause coming up here. Hopefully all the tech issues with their devices is resolved. But you see Sherry and the Yorn there on the top lane rotating together to try to fend off that invade, and Alpha X is doing the exact same kind of rotation invade that they did in that first game.
I think they're just maybe 100%, just making sure that 100% that the phones are working perfectly fine. They're not going to have any issues whatsoever. Double check, triple check, how many checks you want to do it, because a lot is on the line here. You know, it's best out of 3, but having that first game win must feel really good for the one that's in the advantage.
Yeah, they have that boost of confidence. How is Monster Shield going to respond to these invades? we'll have to see shortly. But honestly, I don't know why they're not invading with the Pyrrha. They have Pyrrha. You want to rotate as a 4 to 5 man rotation, maybe even shove mid, and then immediately rotate or collapse on the enemy opponent that's trying to invade your jungle. There's a lot of different strategies that actually Alpha X Euro normally does. They just run down mid, and I feel like Monster Shield not playing together with this Pyrrha pick in the early game. They're not really leveraging her potential.
But not to mention, the Mina on the side of Alpha X has been getting really good pull-ins, always getting 2 at least. Only just one time I remember he only pulled 1, and the rest of the times he just did really good with the Mina to initiate the team fights.
Yeah, that's what makes Mina so strong. That Death Sith, that pull ability, she can pull an entire enemy team if they're on top of each other.
And follow-up from VASZ as well, the uppercut.
Yeah, the knock-up, explosive KO, really nice ultimate ability from VASZ there. He has that power surge and the uppercut ability. He can knock an entire team back.
That's what exactly
and CC them really well. And that's something they have to be careful because we know Replay, and he's one of the players that I noted and took notes on. His Raz is phenomenal. Probably the best Raz in this entire competition based on what I've seen.
Wow, what I have a feeling it's going to be an amazing game thus far. We are still trying to figure out what's going on here. We still have some, I do believe, trying to fix the technical issues that's currently going on the side of Alpha X. I think GetSurge is having phone issues yet again, so they might want to make sure that it doesn't happen again in the game, because you don't want that to happen in a very important fight, especially when a team fight is going on. Then you that's not gonna be a very nice.
Let's definitely touch on the drafts a little bit here. You can see that Irie is there on Alpha X's team. She's known to be very weak early until she reaches level 4. She gets her items and then she becomes a massive threat. Raz as well. He's not that strong early. He has the power surge, but it depends on him getting more items to really have that burst potential. And it's not an AoE where it can hit multiple targets at once. And of course, Violet, we know she's very weak early. Lindis is the only hero, and Mina are the only 2 heroes that Alpha X has a kind of a little bit stronger early game presence. But you look at Monster Shield, Pyrrha, Tulin, Arduin, Kirknack, all pretty dominant in the early game here, and I feel like that's what they really need to leverage.
Okay, let's talk about let's imagine that the fact that the game will still go the same as earlier on, right? And I think we are still
they're going to try to do the same thing. They're going to reset the Michael, which is really smart. It's going to slow them down, and Daofeng doing a really good rotation here.
There you go. So a very big difference here from the side of Monster Shield, definitely making sure they don't get that steal yet again on top.
Yeah, Manto is going to be level 2 here. He's got to leverage that Tulin ability. So let's see if he's going to try to shove the mid wave here. That's what Tulin's known for. He can easily push out a Raz. But look at this engage. Same as the first one. Catching Cher out yet again, unfortunately. And she's going to fall, but there's no help from Alpha X's, from Monster Shield's team.
And the Might Golem is still alive yet again as well. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen next up. 1-0 yet again as well. First blood goes to Alpha X.
Yeah, really nice shot, but they're going to invade the jungle and trade here. So really good job by YR. That's exactly what you want to do here, is trade jungle so you don't fall behind. But they're already 6k gold behind, and you have an assassin comp. You don't want to be the team that's behind an assassin comp because it's just so much harder to execute in the mid to late game.
There's so much pressure that's coming out from Alpha X. It feels like they're so scared in the middle lane. Look, only Mina and Raz is in the middle lane. There's no rotation. Okay, finally we see some rotations coming out from Sherry. Maybe they want to initiate the team fight here, and Kirknack as well, trying to secure that Spirit Sentinel up top.
Yeah, YR is going to be able to take that Spirit Sentinel, and Irie is right there behind him. Yeah, he's going to secure it, and that gives you a lot quicker rotation speed. The Spirit Sentinel gives you movement speed, but look at this, Alpha X being a little sneaky in the bush here.
Kirknack might go in, pops a flicker as well. Uppercut comes in, and I don't think he can do anything about it. GetSurge will get a kill.
Yeah, that was such a smart play by Alpha X, and because of that pick, they're going to be able to invade the jungle, take away some creeps, and then potentially rotate to Dragon here and take it. But they're going to wait here. They're going to wait for another gank. So sneaky,
so
Alpha X.
I think what they're going to do is going to make them think that they are going to go for Dragon, so they're going to try to focus on towards the Dragon, and then boom, comes an ambush. But I think that Heartshot coming in from the side of Yawn might have exposed their position. Yeah,
Melanie's going to go ahead and aggro that Dragon to slow down any potential Dragon take here. But again, I'm just really looking at this Pyrrha, not making a difference in the early game where she really shines. And I feel like the kit that she provides is so good for a 4-man rotation. And that's what I want to see from Monster Shield.
Oh, Dolphin might be the next target here. Mina gets the pull in, but
Wow.
will be able to survive there at the nick of time. And now they rotate to the Basil Dragon.
Yeah, nice call there by Daofeng to escape, because if he got taunted and Dark Dominion is casted by Mina, then he would have been in a really bad situation. However, YR is going to rotate here. They know the Dragon's trying to be taken.
Yeah, they are trying to contest it, but gets it at the last second. And I think they're going to try to rotate to the bottom lane. Might get a push on this wave, but only with the Lindus though, because we do see a rotation for VASZ to the middle lane.
Right now, Mia is doing a good job with Cherry's help there, able to easily outpressure Moonwan, because we know Irie's not that strong in the early game, but level 6 already. That's going to be a threat on the Yorn.
And Manto right now is in the world of Hajib. Top lane, Moonwan going on to Sherry. There's a Nature's Rally you were talking about a lot earlier on, but they're still going in. They are applying the pressure, and Lizindels will be there to just stop them in their tracks, but Moonwan's still staying alive.
I was surprised that, you know, Yorn didn't follow up. You know, Moonwan's kind of over eager there. Sherry was able to stun him in the Nature's Rally, and they have top lane control. They completely give over the Spirit Sentinel and the jungle farm to Alpha X. Look at it, they're almost 2k gold behind. This is not what you want to do. Again, the assassin comp is falling completely behind, and this is not going to end well for Monster Shield.
And with Violet can definitely just slowly poke on towards the tier 1 turret in the mid lane, but top lane Moonwan taking a lot of damage. Mia as well, just trying to apply pressure on towards Moonwan, but not enough damage yet again from that Yorn.
Yeah, definitely, and you can see YR not really using the quick rotation that Crickneck is known for. The potential invades that he can shut down the Violet or the Lindus here. And this is something that they have to kind of think about, because their jungle is getting invaded. As an assassin comp, this is the complete opposite of what you want to happen.
And but then again, it's the exact same thing that happened earlier on. They're giving a lot of objectives to Monster Shield right now. On top, beautiful hook there with the double. Maybe just get a kill again onto it. No, doesn't want to commit to that team fight on top.
That was a solid Death Sith into a Dark Dominion there, capturing both of the opponents there, securing Mia, then will fall to Moonwan, but really nice engage by the Mina there.
Right now, they're going to rotate to middle lane, and Moonwan still being a nuisance. So this guy on top lane is really holding on to himself really well.
Yeah, YR did get a good kill though. He did get a nice kill onto Melanie. But top tower is going to fall here because they have no protection to it, and Moonwan and Get Rich is going to easily take it down.
They just let the siege and minions just finish the job for them as well. And look at that, so far 1k gold each here for Schneider Alpha X. They have one Abyssal Dragon, one tower, 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, so far looking good for Alpha X. This is the chance for Monster Shield to shine, because Crickneck still stronger in the early game. He can easily blow up the Lindus or the Violet, and that's what they need to start doing. They need to do their rotations. They have river control right now. They're the ones that need to be aggressive, because right now, look, they have river control.
Yep.
Raz is pushed away. They could have easily taken and invaded the jungle of Melanie there, but instead they're not going to do that and try to rotate to top lane here. So it's very interesting what Monster Shield is doing.
Maybe they lack information. They're trying to find out where the players are from the side of Alpha X is, and Monster Shield still mid lane. Daofeng is all alone here. The replay is there, just waiting for the perfect opportunity to jump onto that tier 1 turret. But they will rotate to bottom for that Abyssal Dragon, I do believe so. And they get a kill. Daofeng actually gets caught out. Really low in HP as well, and gets taken out.
What a nice power surge by replay there. That positioning of the power surge landed the last hit on to Daofeng and secure the kill, and then there, as a result, they're going to take the Abyssal Dragon. This is the exact rotation that they want to do here.
Moonwan, look at how ballsy this player is. Gets a kill onto his YR, and now they will be able to take this tier 1 tower in that middle lane.
Yeah, I feel like Monster Shield is so split up right now. I don't know what they're doing. They're just not on the same page. You can see Alpha X rotating as 3 to 4, capping the bushes, waiting for the right picks. And Monster Shield is kind of all over the map. They have no really objective macro call right now. They don't know what they want to do, and I feel like that's costing them a lot of the map control.
Almost got the scythe on towards Manto here. Right now, Daofeng. Maybe land the call here. Nope. We'll try to do so, but doesn't get anyone yet again.
Yeah, that Ren's not going to make it in time, but Violet and Lindis is taking it away. This is what they do best, is push down lane. All 3 of the tier 1 towers are taken. It opens up complete map dominance for Alpha X. The Dark Slayer is just spawned here. Get Rich is just getting fed.
They're getting stronger every single time. They get a kill, they get minions, they get objectives. Just getting stronger minute after minute. The longer Monster Shield lets them have this advantage, the fact that the light is diminishing from the side of Monster Shield.
Yeah, Monster Shield, they have to kind of group up. Again, Pyrrha shines when the enemy team, when you're all together. And right now, they're always kind of 2-3, and not really with the Pyrrha all the time.
He's trying to go for that Microlim. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. Misses the side, but they will get that tier 2 tower yet again. All of these objectives that Master Shield is just giving away to, and Manto is really low. I think they're just to focus on towards this tier 3 tower. And look at the amount of damage that's onto Daoping. Oh my goodness, what can they do? They're forced to fall back. Manto is really low. YR half HP as well, and tier 2 is getting pushed in the mid lane.
Yeah, they have to engage first. They're just constantly getting engaged on, and with the Mina comp, that's exactly her win condition. If they don't engage first as Assassin, they're gonna have real big problems here.
Again, almost it just bursts it down. Both of the players on the side of Monster Shield, and now their tier 3 is getting taken down as well. And Y getting bursted down yet again. It's like the complete opposite. You should see YR getting the burst.
Yeah, there's only 9 minutes in the game. They're getting 1 kill per minute. This is just devastating for Monster Shield. This is just a complete snowball here. Monster Shield just not able to respond in any way. Alpha X just completely dominating Monster Shield.
They know they have the advantage, and they know as well the Episode Dragon is up. You know what? A few more seconds at end range. Might as well just finish it. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. We're so ahead, and they might want to take this Dark Slayer to give them extra. I mean, they're so ahead.
Yeah, they are way ahead. Look at the level difference. Get Rich just finished Omni Arms. That's going to give him so much worse. Moonwan just finished Omni Arms. Level 13, 14. Compared to level 10s and 11s, Monster Shield just can't do anything right now. They just have to farm and give all of the farm to Mia here. Yorn is the only hope for this team competition because Kriknak literally will get exploded every time he jumps in.
And look at that. They are going to go. I do believe the Enraged Dragon is up and running, and that's going to give more buffs, more advantage to Alpha X.
Yeah, look at the level lead. Further, Rank Breaker has been finished on Melanie as well. That's going to just increase Mina more protection with that Medallion of Troy. Right now, they just have to put all of their eggs into the Yorn basket here because he is the only hope against a...
We're talking about the Yorn, and the Yorn's going to get completely deleted out of the game itself. And now, just slowly getting the hook. YR gets caught out yet again as well.
Yeah, like I said, he just can't dive in. He's too behind, and Kriknak literally just explodes.
And right now, they are going to focus on towards the tier 3 turret. They just want to make sure they clean the plate on the table that they have. That is Monster Shield, and are slowly taking out the health. Gets the like complete obliteration, domination in the first game. This is the best out of 3, and Alpha X takes the first one.
Yeah, again, Alpha X just played that so well. Just utter, complete domination. Monster Shield just didn't stand a chance. I don't know what I was watching, but I felt like they're a completely different team than they were yesterday. And they gotta refocus. They gotta really think about how Alpha X plays, because there's a lot of information on Alpha X. You know, their early game aggression, their rotations, their 4-man rotations. I feel like Monster Shield should be aware of the strategies that Alpha X wants to do, and they kind of just played into it.
Every single game, every single match I've seen from Alpha X, they play this usual 3 to 4-man rotations every single time. And with that being said, it's end of game 1. Let's talk about that for a few moments. Renee, back to you.
Thanks, Affis. And I would say more shield needed for those monsters.
Yeah, unfortunately the monsters were put in a cage, and Alpha X,